My 14 and mom 40F is asking me to leave for boarding school next session so that she can marry her new boyfriend 38M. My parents separated when I was 8 and now my dad lives abroad. Me and my sister 11F lives with mom. I talk to my dad at least once a week and whenever he visits the country he always visits us. I'm a bright child as per my teachers and my mom is always proud of me because I take care of me and my studies when she's at work. We all three are very happy and enjoy each other's company a lot. It was then when I was 11 my mom started dating this guy, though she mentioned about it to us just 6 months before. My mom's been dating for 3 years now and this guy proposed my mom to marry him. My mom has been asking me to join boarding school from past 10 days and says that it will be really good for my future. So I searched about that school and found out that I am already studying at a better institution than where she wants me to go. One day I got a call from my friend on my mom's phone since I was not picking my phone, and after the call ended I saw my name on notification bar, so I opened and I read that her boyfriend wants my mom to convince me to leave for boarding school, and though he has no problem with my sister, he also mentioned that later I can go abroad for further studies on my dad's expenses, means a total cut off with my mom for rest of my life. My mom replied that I am asking him, let's see if he agrees, and he said he will. He has a lot of respect for you and won't turn you down. If he is obedient son he will agree, otherwise not. What should I do now? Should I agree and leave for school? Should I leave for my father's home as he wants me to live with him? If I won't agree and I don't know what my mom will think about me. I always loved her the most and never let her down, and I don't want her to be unhappy because of me. P.S. I've never been rude to her boyfriend in our 2 meetings. We didn't talk much as he didn't show much of interest, though he liked my sister. Too long didn't read. My 14 and mom 40F is asking me to leave for boarding school next session so that she can marry her new boyfriend 38M. My mom's been dating for 3 years now and this guy proposed my mom to marry him. My mom has been asking me to join boarding school from past 10 days and says that it will be really good for my future. She is doing this because her boyfriend wants that. What should I do now? You better have a very long talk with your father, especially this part of your post. Though he liked my sister. Discuss the possibility of both of you moving to be with your father. The new boyfriend sounds like a creep who wants your sister. It's a red flag. He wanted the younger sister home but the big brother to leave. I don't like the vibe of this. Thanks random_edit_raccoon for the gold. Defiantly tell your father. Tell your mother no. Your current school is already better. Other than the obvious red flags, I'm also feeling red flags for your sister's well-being. Why does he want you way out of the house but not the sister? You won't be able to protect her if anything bad happens. Yup, this guy sounds like a predator. Please tell your dad in full what is going on. He needs to step in to protect the both of you. It really sounds like he's getting you out of the way so you can't protect your sister. Talk to your dad about what is happening. Give all of the details you gave here. My 29F friend, 29F, is worried about a family member's upcoming procedure and has told me she is going to bother me all day when the time comes. I want to be supportive, but not bothered all day. My really good friend has been talking about her family member's procedure for a long time now and it's finally coming up. She has said for a while now that on the day of she was going to blow up my phone with texts and messages, essentially to calm her nerves and keep her mind off the procedure. On a regular day she usually sends me a bunch of messages on nearly every social media app. I've muted her on a few because I get distracted and it disrupts me from working. We both have an office job and we're both currently working from home, though she tends to be one of those people who has a hard time actually working while at home and does other stuff, but I digress. In regards to her being nervous about the procedure, I have offered my support by talking to her on multiple occasions prior about the procedure, reassuring her the doctors know what they're doing, etc., letting her know she could text me the day of and also letting me know when it was over. I also suggested some things for her to do while she waited to help take her mind off the procedure and waiting. Is there some other way I can let her know without sounding like a bad friend that I don't want to be on the receiving end of nervous text after text? Not only do I not want to take on her nervous energy, but if I see multiples messages from her I will feel inclined to respond right away and it will affect my work. Too long didn't read. My friend's family member is having a procedure soon and she's nervous about it. On the day of the procedure she said she is going to bother me all day. I have been and want to continue being supportive, but don't want to and can't afford to be bothered all day. I would just be honest with her. Hey, friend, I want to be there with you but I also really need to be sure that my performance isn't slipping at work. I can respond to messages before work, at lunch, and sometime after work, but just FYI that for a lot of the day my phone will be on silent. Guess I need to be a bit more direct with her. I've only hinted at it before. Thanks. Whenever my best friend and I are in a nervous/uncomfortable situation we tell each other that we can text one another constantly to seem busy or to feel distracted. It doesn't mean the other person has to respond. We just have a safe outlet with one another. This is something that is pre-arranged so that we can mute each other if needed. You need to be honest, sending her a bunch of suggestions on how to keep busy, after you told her she can text you the day of and without providing her context that you're sending the suggestions because you don't want to be one of her options for keeping distracted, isn't going to help either of you. Hey, just FYI, if I don't respond to your texts immediately it's because I'm happy to but I just wanted to let you know I can't/won't be the best person to I'll when I can. In other words, just be civil but honest about what you can/can't do. How good of a friend is she, usually? Is she someone who is there for you when you need a friend? If so, sometimes you just have to suck it up and be a friend. Tell work that a friend is going through something that day. You don't have to go into specifics, life happens, so hopefully they'll be understanding. After this is all done, give it some time and then address any issues you have. If she does this on an ongoing basis, address that at that point. Can you just not respond right away? I feel like you're being a little unfair to your friendship. If I had a friend who just wanted to blow up my inbox because they were having a rough day or nervous or whatever, I'd just ignore a lot of it and respond maybe to only the most recent thing they said when I have time. Some people just need to unload on a friend as an outlet. You may be overthinking it to assume she expects responses in full to every little thing she says. He, M36, left me, F20, and took my whole life away. He turned around last night and told me he didn't love me anymore. A man I was having sex with just the night before now wasn't looking me in the eye and telling me he hasn't loved me for a few weeks. I feel so betrayed and upset. He made me move out of his home this morning. I never got to say goodbye to his daughter. I love him so much. I can't imagine my life without him. Everything I've done in the past year has been for our family's future and now I don't have a family anymore. I'm so broken and confused and devastated. I don't have anything left. TL, doctor, please someone tell me how to get through this. He definitely did you a favor. You really don't wanna be 20 raising some middle-aged man's kid. Seriously, I wish my 14 years older boyfriend had broken up with me when I was 20 instead of making me do it when I finally came to my senses at 25. I know you don't wanna hear this but it's the absolute truth. How will you get past this time? You obviously will feel like shit for a while but it's part of a grieving process. It's okay to mourn the end of a relationship and nothing can or will speed that up. So be patient with yourself, feel what comes and let life keep moving. Info: how long were you together? Also, age gap is significant. This man sounds real sketchy. First, there's a 15 years age gap, and second, he has a child involved who will likely be devastated since you were living together. He's not a good catch because it's obvious he lacks good judgment. You're still a baby. Someday, with the insight that comes with age and wisdom, you will look back on this experience as one of your biggest bullets dodged. Call up your girls, cry and hug, then breathe a deep sigh of relief. Well, the first thing you need to do is stop telling yourself your life is over. It is not. It has truly barely begun. You will mourn and then eventually you will be fine. That is simply the reality. It happens to everyone. Everything I've done in the past year has been for our family's future, and now I don't have a family anymore. Also untrue.